Today there are interesting updates from Ukraine. Here, Ukraine has officially unveiled its newest tool in its long-range strike campaign with the deployment of the domestically developed Flamingo cruise missile. With the capacity to reach every corner of Russia and deliver more than 1 ton of explosives, the new weapon was used immediately to cause panic inside Russia's already thinly protected network of high-value targets. The first confirmed salvo of this weapon tore into an FSS base in occupied Crimea near Armyansk, killing at least 1 Kremlin agent and obliterating 6 patrol boats moored at the facility. Reports suggest 3 missiles, likely launched from the Odessa region, crossed the Black Sea before striking. Video from Ukrainian sources showed dawn launches, with 1 missile shedding a detachable booster in flight, consistent with Flamingo's design. Satellite imagery indicates the main administrative building was destroyed and the surrounding area scorched, marking a dramatic debut for the weapon. Flamingo is a ramp-launched missile mounted on a twin-axle trailer, designed for mobility and rapid deployment. It uses a solid fuel booster for initial thrust, followed by a turbofan for sustained flight, with a range exceeding 3,000 kilometers and a massive 1,150 kilogram warhead. Developed by the Ukrainian company Firepoint, the missile is resistant to electronic warfare and built in a protected, undisclosed facility. Its unusual name came from an early prototype mistakenly painted pink, leading engineers to nickname it Flamingo. Russian media have already claimed to identify the production site, but OSINT analysts quickly disproved this, confirming the factory's location remains secure. The strategic importance of Flamingo lies not only in its specifications, but also in its production scale. With the reported initial output of 30 missiles per month as of mid-2025, and an intended increase to 200-210 per month by the autumn, Ukraine is building a sustainable arsenal independent of Western supply. This timing is crucial, as restrictions remain on Kyiv's use of certain US-supplied systems, including ATACMS for strikes inside Russia. Flamingo fills that gap, giving Ukraine a heavy, accurate, domestically produced option to strike deep into Russia's defense industry and energy networks. Crimea is the first testing ground for Flamingo's full capabilities, as Ukraine has hammered for weeks Russian radar stations, S-300 and S-400 launchers, and electronic warfare systems across the peninsula, degrading the enemy's air defense umbrella. Repeated strikes have forced Russian units into a reactive stance, unable to plug the widening holes. Flamingo's first confirmed strike shows how Ukraine plans to exploit these vulnerabilities, hitting high-value facilities with powerful warheads, while Russian defenses remain overstretched and immobile. Future Flamingo targets will mirror Ukraine's ongoing drone campaign, but with far heavier effects, as its range makes it capable of reaching 90% of Russia's arms production facilities. Oil refineries and energy infrastructure are obvious priorities, as confirmed by Firepoint officials, who pointed to the connection between recent attacks, airport closures, and gasoline price spikes inside Russia. Military production plants, weapons depots, and command centers also sit within the weapon's crosshairs, where the 1,150 kilogram payload can do catastrophic damage. Ukrainian drone raids on air bases have already demonstrated an appetite for striking vulnerable aviation infrastructure, and Flamingo will likely expand this pressure. Overall, the broader significance of the Flamingo missile is clear, as Ukraine has introduced a domestically produced, heavy, long-range weapon capable of bypassing both political constraints and Russian defenses. Unlike drones, Flamingo carries more explosives, flies faster, and is less vulnerable to jamming or interception, and unlike Western systems, it does not require Allied approval before striking inside Russia. President Zelensky emphasized that Ukraine will continue its active operations exactly as needed to defend itself, with Ukrainian forces and resources ready to execute planned new deep strikes within Russia. By combining long-range drones, Neptune missiles, and now Flamingo missiles, Ukraine has created a diversified strike arsenal capable of dismantling Russia's war economy and production from multiple angles. For Russia, the emergence of Flamingo represents not just another threat, but a new era of persistent, massed and independent Ukrainian deep strikes that may stretch Russian industrial and military resilience past its breaking point.